Have you ever been arrested for looking seductively at a moose? Sounds absurd, right? But it's a reality in Fairbanks, Alaska. Today, we're going to dive into the eccentric world, the most unbelievable laws related to human sexuality. Are you ready to explore the strange, the bizarre, and the downright shocking? We're going to talk about Russia's former adultery law, the South, Singapore's strong anti-sodomy ban, Osaka's unique love hotel regulations, and other societal norms shaping different parts of the world. Brace yourself for a journey that will leave you questioning everything you thought you knew. In Russia, it is illegal to tell kids that gay people exist. Shocking, isn't it? This is due to a law that bans the propaganda of non-traditional sexual relationships to minors. Introduced in 2013, this law has sparked an international outcry, with critics labeling it as a blatant violation of human rights. The legislation aims to protect children from being exposed to homosexuality, thereby maintaining traditional family values as per the government's view. However, it has led to a surge in homophobic violence and discrimination against the LGBTQ+ community. Activists argue that this law essentially makes it illegal to publicly acknowledge one's sexuality, thereby fostering a climate of fear and repression. This law has been widely criticized globally, yet it remains firmly in place. This law, while shocking to many, is a reality for the people of Russia. Now let's fly to South Korea, where until recently, adultery could land you in jail. In the land of the morning calm, the law against infidelity was not just a moral guideline, but a criminal offense. The law originated in the 1950s, a time when the country was grappling with the aftermath of war, and the government sought to strengthen social order by preserving the sanctity of marriage. The implications of this law were far-reaching. If found guilty of adultery, a person could face up to 2 years in prison. The law even extended to third parties, meaning the individual with whom the spouse cheated could also be prosecuted. However, in 2015, the South Korean Constitutional Court made a landmark ruling decriminalizing adultery. They argued that the law infringed on personal freedoms and that it was not the government's role to intervene in private affairs. So, while the law has changed, the shock value remains. Let's stop in Singapore, where sex between two consenting men is still illegal. This law, known as Section 377A, dates back to the British colonial era, and despite the march of progress, it remains on the books today. The law has been a source of controversy, sparking debates about human rights, personal freedoms, and cultural norms. It's important to note, however, that while this law is enforced, its existence continues to cast a shadow over the LGBTQ+ community in Singapore. The mere presence of this law perpetuates stigma and discrimination, affecting the mental health and well-being of many. It's a stark reminder that there are still places in the world where love is not allowed to be simply love. Now let's take a romantic detour to the picturesque town of Eboli, Italy. But be warned, if you're in the mood for a little romance, make sure your vehicle isn't in motion. Yes, you heard it right. In Eboli, it's against the law to kiss in a moving vehicle. This law, while seemingly absurd and perhaps a mood killer, is actually aimed at promoting safe driving. By keeping distractions to a minimum, it seeks to ensure that drivers keep their eyes on the road, not on their significant other. The law is rarely enforced, but it serves as an amusing yet important reminder to prioritize safety while on the road. While it's unlikely for someone to be prosecuted solely based on this law, it highlights the seriousness with which driving distractions are viewed. So, next time you're in Eboli, remember to keep your eyes on the road and save the smooching for later. It's a small price to pay for safety, don't you think? From the pristine streets of Italy, we now journey to the land of the rising sun, Japan, where a different kind of law governs the expression of love. Love hotels, known for their short-stay accommodations often used by couples, are a common sight in Japan. However, in the bustling city of Osaka, these establishments must tread lightly. It's illegal for love hotels in Osaka to display overly explicit images or descriptions of the services they offer. This law, rather than being a hindrance to romance, is actually aimed at maintaining public decency and preventing the corruption of minors. It's a delicate balance between preserving cultural norms and respecting personal freedoms. So, if you're planning a trip to Osaka, remember to keep your expectations in check when visiting a love hotel. After all, what happens in the room stays in the room. It's another fascinating example of how different cultures navigate the complex world of love, intimacy, and public decency. Stay tuned as we continue our journey through the world's most unbelievable laws about sexuality. From the delicate balance of cultural norms in Japan, we now fly over to the United States, specifically to the state of Utah. You might think that in a country known for its liberal views and freedom of speech, laws about sexuality would be equally open. However, Utah stands out with a rather surprising regulation. The state prohibits the teaching of any sexual education that promotes the use of contraceptives or even discusses homosexuality. This law, known as the No Promo Homo law, was only repealed in 2017, highlighting the often conservative nature of the state. Despite this, many argue that the lack of comprehensive sex education can lead to misinformation and unsafe practices. As we've seen throughout this video, the world's laws about sexuality are as diverse as the cultures they come from, each balancing the line between public decency, cultural norms, and personal freedoms in their own unique way. If you're enjoying this journey through the world's most unbelievable sexuality laws, don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more fascinating insights. Hit that subscribe button now.